We go to Chicago, the Windy City.
We suck again!
Worthless Mayor Brandon Johnson, in his attempt to protect illegals in the city, has signed an executive order to trump all executive orders.
Okay.
He bans immigration law enforcement
What the fuck?
from the city, yes, calling it ice-free zones.
Are you retarded?
My, how inventive.
It's not a rhetorical question. Are you retarded?
I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this, fun fact, Mr. Mayor. Federal law enforcement trumps state, and in this case, city law, so good luck with that.
Brilliant!
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Wednesday. And what's on the table today? Well, let's go to law enforcement. Specifically, immigration. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or better known as ICE, has been the talk of the town the last, 4 to 6 months. Because Trump has decided, hey, you know what? There are certain cities in this country, in certain states, blue states, that can't, enforce the law, that can't protect its citizens. So I think we're going to have to step in and do something about it. They did it in D.C., they're doing it in Portland, and now we come to Chicago. And Trump even said it. We're coming to Chicago. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. So, of course, you had the wonderful immigration czar, Tom Homan, the GOAT, the savage that he is, has made it very clear that illegal aliens, especially illegal criminal aliens, are going to be snuffed out and are going to be weeded out in your city. And there's a damn thing you can do about it unless your law enforcement steps up and does their fucking jobs. Well, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson said, well, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that because my city is one of the safest cities on the planet. Even though every weekend, 40 to 50 people are shot. And of course, daily is like about what? 5 to 10? So that's really safe, especially when you have gun control laws in effect and one of the most strictest gun control laws in any city in the country. So with all that said, Brandon Johnson had an idea. Let me see. What can I do to stick it up Trump's nose? I am going to sign an executive order that says, hey, I'm going to ban ICE from my city or my federal law buildings or what have you. And I'm going to call it ICE-free zones. ICE-free zones. Nice little ring to it, doesn't it? But, yeah, got a problem with that. Federal law enforcement, yeah, kind of trumps it. Just saying. But here we go. This coming out of Breitbart. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson creates ICE-free zones to impede immigration arrests. Yes, because that'll stop them. Anyway, Chicago's self-proclaimed progressive mayor, worthless Brandon Johnson, who is the mayor of one of the most crime-ridden shithole cities in the country, has written an executive order aiming at creating ICE-free zones in the Windy City to impede federal law enforcement from doing their jobs, which they won't have to do if you did yours. Wouldn't you now, Mayor? Anyway, during a Monday press conference, the left-wing Democrat mayor exonerated immigration and customs enforcement officers as a rogue, reckless group of heavily armed, masked individuals and claimed to have made certain parts of the city off limits to federal law enforcement officers. Johnson claimed that his order established ICE-free zones. In recent weeks, federal agents used several city-owned properties, including parking lots near Harrison and Kenzie, and vacant lots in 46 and Damon, and staging sites for immigration enforcement. Such use of city property undermines community trust and runs counter to Chicago's welcoming city ordinance, which ensures all residents, regardless of immigration status, can live, work, seek services without fear, Johnson bloviated, which of course was just all bullshit. Let's hear from him.
And today we are signing an executive order aimed at reining in this out-of-control administration. The order establishes ICE-free zones. That means that city property and unwilling private businesses will no longer serve as staging grounds for these raids.
Oh, you tell him, Mr. Mayor. Our school parking lots are not for ICE to load their weapons. They are for Chicagoans who are dropping their kids off to learn. Our libraries are not for ICE to prepare their raids. They are Chicagoans for the read and relax. Our parks are not for ICE to set up checkpoints. They are Chicagoans to play and enjoy. Let's see. Chicago schools, one of the worst in the nation. Libraries, kids can't read. And of course, the parks, the wonderful parks, yeah, where you're going to get mugged, sexually abused, or raped. So there's that. Anyway, we go from that to this. Chicago Mayor Brandon calls for arrest of ICE officers. Yes, after passing that wonderful executive order, now he wants them arrested. Chicago Democrat Mayor Brandon Johnson suggested on Tuesday that Chicago police should arrest ICE agents. Good luck with that. Other federal officers who claim they are breaking his new executive order aimed at hampering immigration law enforcement. Yeah. Did you think that executive order was going to last that long? Would it last 5 minutes? All right. On Monday, Johnson signed a dubious executive order excuse me, creating ICE-free zones to ban federal agents from using city-owned properties as staging areas for immigration enforcement. Johnson proclamation comes as President Trump suggests that anti-ICE actions by Chicago's leaders are akin to an insurrection against federal government.
Mr. President, can we talk about Portland for a second? Are you planning to invoke the Insurrection Act? That would be, a very long-standing law that's been on the books.
Yeah, well, it's been invoked before, as you know. If you look at Chicago, Chicago's a great city where there's a lot of crime. And if the governor can't do the job, we'll do the job. It's all
Boom. Oh, no, I'm sure he has more.
very simple. They probably had 50 murders in Chicago over the last 5, 6, 7 months. Many people were shot. And then the governor gets up and he says, well, we can handle it. They can't handle it. They don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
The mayor is grossly incompetent. He's at a
Facts.
4% approval rating
Facts.
in Chicago. He's at a 4%, lowest approval rating, lower than even de Blasio had, which is hard to believe in New York. I thought de Blasio would always maintain that record, but the Chicago guy is even lower. So I think that we want safe cities. If you look at D.C., you would right now, Mark, you could go out, take your family out to dinner, you could walk right down the middle of the street. There is no crime in D.C.
Let me stop that right there. There's always crime. Crime's everywhere. You can't stop it. No matter, I mean, you could have the National Guard on every single street corner. There's going to be crime. Why? Because you're going to have assholes. There you go. Are you fatigued yet? Just saying.
When I got here, this place was a raging hellhole where people would come from Canada, people would come from other places and end up getting shot. Nobody's being shot. The National Guard's been unbelievable. I mean, they are strong, tough guys. You know,
Mayor Brandon Johnson. The fact of the matter is that he was worse than the goon. I forgot her name, the clown. Anyway, didn't think anybody could surpass her. She was like on the really in the toilet when it comes to mayors. I mean, a once great city, Chicago, the Windy City. Who, some great actors. I mean, home of the Bulls, Chicago, Michael Jordan. John Candy, who got to start there. SCTV. I mean, it's got a plethora of history, great history, but also has a crime-riddled history and still continues today. Mayor Johnson is out of his wheelhouse. He's incompetent. He's a buffoon. He's a moron. He has no idea what he's doing, to quote Donald Trump. But it is what it is. You can sign all executive orders you want, Mr. Mayor, but the fact of the matter is that federal ICE enforcement agents are going to still come in. National Guard, hopefully not. We don't want to see them there because we want to see your law enforcement do their fucking jobs, and detain and arrest criminal illegal aliens, even though when you cross over the border illegally, you're a criminal. Anyway, but that's what he wants. And you want to sign executive orders trying to ban ICE from quote-unquote ICE-free zones. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, good luck with that because it ain't happening. They're going to come in and you may find a judge. I'm sure you can find a judge. You'll probably scrape one up who will basically say, this is illegal for ICE and we are going to pass an injunction to ban ICE for the... Yeah, whatever, dude. But anyway, Mayor Johnson is a clown. Chicago, a once great city, is now a shithole, just like Baltimore, LA, New York, Atlanta. All blue cities. Gee, I wonder why that is. Anyway, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please have a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, oh, did I forget Philadelphia? Anyway, yeah, throw them in there too. And we'll see you next time. Peace.